Uh, Polly sir, can we begin?
Yeah, I think, Mohit sir, we can start.
Yes, sir. I am there. We can start.
A career is not discovered by chance. It is crafted through vision, preparation, and purpose. A resplendent morning to everyone present here. On behalf of Bhavan Shikshan Bharti, Mumbai, I take this privilege to extend a warm and gracious welcome to all the participants joining us from Bhavan School across India. It is indeed a matter of great pride for Bhavan Shikshan Bharti to host this session and to have our Bhavan's family come together to honor common platform to explore the myriad opportunities that await our grade 10 students as they step into a pivotal phase of their academic journey. With profound privilege, I introduce our distinguished guest speaker with over 22 years of exemplary experience, Mr. Mohit Mangal sir, who has mentored more than 7.5 lakh students and collaborated with over 750 education institutions across the country, establishing him as one of the most distinguished and respected voices in the field of career counseling today. Sir is sorry. Sir is a visionary author, career counselor, and consultant to the Ministry of Education, Government of India, an alumnus IIT Delhi and Nirma University. Sir is an acclaimed author of the Parents' Handbook of Careers After School in India too, which was published by the CBSE and even praised by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. Sir's impact extended well beyond counseling sessions. He has delivered 1,750 inspiring talks and served as a guest lecturer at prestigious institutions such as IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Mumbai, NID, and NIST, empowering students to make informed and meaningful career choices. Sir's forthcoming initiative, the IQ Foundation, stands as a testament to his enduring vision of fostering greater career awareness and opportunities for the youth of India. Sir firmly believes in three key principles: self-discovery, holistic education, and promoting careers within India. The values that resonate deeply with Bhavan's vision of nurturing responsible, capable, and compassionate citizens. Sir has played a pivotal role in empowering young minds to recognize their potential and make informed, purposeful career choices as they stand at the threshold of a crucial phase in their academic journey. So, dear students, get ready to explore new perspectives, discover your strengths, and take a step closer to shaping your future. Once again, on behalf of Bhavan's Shikshan Bharti, I extend a heartfelt welcome to Mr. Mohit Mangal sir and to all our eager participants joining us today. We now request our esteemed guest, Mr. Mohit Mangal sir, to grace the platform and share his valuable insights with us. With utmost respect, over to you, sir. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much, Santosh ma'am. Thank you so much, dear friend Polly sir, whom I had been in connect with for almost last 20 years, I believe. So before I start my chit chat, one quick check with everyone. Are you all comfortable with English as a language of communication, or you want me to take this session in Hindi or English Hindi mix? Can I have some responses? So maybe you can put it in the chat box, or if Santosh ma'am or Polly sir can guide me on this.
Yes, sir. They all will be perfectly comfortable in English. Perfectly comfortable.
Great. So today's session, we are going to conduct completely, in English as a language of communication. So as, what Santosh ma'am started with, career selection, there are two ways. One is picking up something by chance. Second is picking up something by choice. 20 years back or 30 years back, when probably the kids today whom I'm talking to, I believe all of them are from grade 10, when their parents were picking up careers, the more prevalent methodology of picking up a career was career by chance. So parents guided them towards some area, some uncle told them to get into something. The element of choice was very little. But today, in these last 25 years, 30 years of transition, things have changed. Now, even when I go and meet students at master's level in some of the top institutions of the country, that could be IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore, IIT Bombay, Delhi, these kids are, I'm seeing, transiting from picking up that particular career more by virtue of their choice than just by chance. So today, the topic which I've picked up for all of you is career selection the right way. Because I have counseled till date more than 27,000 students one-on-one. I have conducted numerous workshops, spoken to more than 7.5 lakh students pan India and abroad. One simple question is, choice availability is something which even a Google or a ChatGPT can tell you today. But which choice is right fit for you is something which always remains in question. Because if you ask ChatGPT that putting your name, for example, Mohit Mangal, which is the best career choice for Mohit Mangal after grade 10, ChatGPT will also pop up and say, I do not have information of every person on the face of this earth, so I'm sorry, I will not be able to help you with this answer. If you say, what are the career options available after 10th? Well, it will give you a plethora of career options. So in today's session, what I am primarily going to get into is three things. First, I'm going to share with you a self-assessment tool, which is a proprietary tool, which is also the topic of my doctorate thesis. That is a 4-quarter square. How to understand yourself. Based on your own understanding, you need to take your next step. That is, which stream, popularly known as, or combination of subjects, the new age awareness, you should pick up in grade 11 and 12. Second, I will also talk to you about the available subject combinations post grade 10 in class 11 and 12. And in total, if everybody is comfortable, you wish to run through a little more deep into higher education, I will be very happy to introduce you. Definitely, I'm going to introduce you to the 22 higher education verticals available in India. But if you want to further go deep, I will check with you. We will talk about hundreds of degree programs and options available in graduation. So I'll run you all through that. Let's start with understanding the 4-quarter square. The 4 quarters of each child's square is what you see on your screen. When you talk about career building, just like any other structural building, career building stands on these 4 pillars. What are these 4 pillars? These 4 pillars are your orientation, your aptitude, your personality, and your interest. We will get a little deep into each one of it so that you can understand what is your orientation, aptitude, personality, and interest. This is popularly what we call as OAPI model. To understand orientation, we divide children in 3 broad categories. The first category of children are children whom we call our academic-oriented children. They are those children who love to study, read, watch educational videos, spend a lot of time with books and or academia. They are known as academic-oriented children. Second category of children are children who are not that much into academics. They are more comfortable in talking, discussing, debating, arguing. When your parents come to your school and meet your class teacher, they always get one complaint about you, that you disturb the entire class or you are too much into chit-chatting in the class. That's where you need to understand. It's not that you're somebody who is, I would say, not a good child, or you are somebody who is a disturbance, but you need to understand that your people orientation is relatively higher in comparison to academic orientation. That is the reason you are a more chit-chat kind of a candidate. So second set of children are children whom we call people oriented. These are children who find it easy to connect with, even strangers. And the third category of children are children whom we call are practical oriented children. They are those children who are neither too comfortable with studying nor very comfortable with interacting with people. They are more comfortable in doing something which is practical, hands-on. They are children who are comfortable with drawing, dance, art, craft, music, sports, acting, mimicry, cookery, photography, filmmaking, and these kind of practical application oriented things. They are always interested in creating something which is new, which is innovative, which is more creative in nature. These are children who are known as practical oriented children. First thing which you need to know about yourself is you are highest in which orientation, second level at which one, third level at which one. How do you identify that? Very simple exercise which you need to do with yourself. If I give you 3 standalone tasks to perform, one, I ask you to sit and study, which is an academic task. Second, I ask you to sit and interact with somebody who is relatively less known, known or unknown, which is an interaction task. And third, I tell you to do something which is practical application oriented. That could be dancing, playing some sport, doing some painting, drawing, doing some cooking work, and so on. Whichever activity you are going to pick up as your first priority is your highest orientation. Activity which you are going to pick up as a second priority is your next level of orientation, and the activity which you are going to pick up last is your third level of orientation. If you've heard me carefully in last 2 to 3 minutes, I'm sure each one of you sitting there would know what is your orientation graph. There could be children who are equivalent in prioritizing 2 things. Third orientation could be higher or lower than that. That is another graph. And in rare cases, there are children who are a beautiful mix of all 3 orientations, academic, practical, and people. That also is a graph. So I'm sure by this time, each one of you in your heart will be in a position to figure out what is your orientation graph. Can I quickly see how many kids feel that they are able to figure out what is their orientation graph with their hands up in air? Because I can see your cameras also. Can I see how many of you will be able to figure out? Your hands up. Okay. Are you all able to hear my voice clearly? Okay, quite a few of you. Yes. Okay. Okay. So this is the first thing which you need to know about yourself. And that is, once again, I'll reiterate, figuring out what is your orientation graph. Once you have figured out your orientation graph, we move to the second step of identification, or exploring the second pillar of your career building. That is what we call as aptitude. All of us have heard this word aptitude. Many of us, many of the kids, I see walking into my office and saying, "Sir, I want to get my aptitude test done." My question to each one of you is, what do you understand by the word aptitude? Let me take 30 seconds to explain you what is aptitude. Remember your childhood, or try to recall when you were little, small, 4-5-year-old kid. If you don't remember your childhood, you may be having a younger brother, sister at home whom you would have seen growing. Remember his or her childhood. There are few kind of kids who are very specifically can be identified or differentiated. One set of children are children who are always interested in playing with cars, bikes, helicopters, cars, planes, toys. And also they are too much into doing some or the other mechanical, electrical interaction with those toys. There is another set of kid who is not interested in these things. They are more comfortable in drawing, painting, designing, creating some art, craft work, and so on. There's another set of children who may not even be interested in this. They may always be interested in asking questions. So your mom tells you that this is a chair. You get back and say, why? Your mom tells you this is a fan. Why? One day your papa comes from office and tells you, I'm your father. You say, why? What is the difference between these three children or these three set of children? Nobody tells the first child to probably break open the toys and see how do they work. Nobody tells the second child to draw cartoons. Nobody tells the third child to always keep roasting your parents. This difference is exactly what is aptitude. We say this is something which is your natural bent of mind. Each child who is there available in front and is been created by that nature throws different kinds of curiosity into the minds of each child. And as you grow, get groomed with differential kind of subject exposures in the school, this particular natural bent of mind gets connected with subject areas. Now, what I'm saying, you'll be able to relate to it. Check out your class. There is one child in each class who always tops in mathematics. And there are a lot of other children in the same class who struggle getting high or maybe very high marks in maths. You are being taught from the same book in the same class by the same teacher. What's the difference? And there is another child in the same class who always scores highest in social sciences, for that matter. And somebody else is there in the same class who always struggles with understanding that why do you teach social sciences at all? This is what is aptitude. All subjects or subject areas which you are able to consume and absorb naturally, comfortably, easily, are subjects or subject areas which fall in your high aptitude zone. And those subjects in which you have to put in a lot of effort, do a lot of struggle, pour in a lot of energy, and at times you don't even like the face of the teacher of that subject, are actually the subjects which are your relatively low aptitude zone subject areas. So second identification which you have to do about yourself is list down all those subjects which come naturally to you. They are your high aptitude subject zone areas. I hope if you have listened to me carefully last 5 minutes, each one of you will be able to figure out what are your high subject aptitude zone areas. How many of you are with me? Can I have your hands up? Oh, okay. Majority of you feel that yes, you've understood what I'm saying. Great, brilliant. Let's move to the third pillar. What is the third pillar? We said the third pillar is what we call as personality. I think before moving to personality, let me quickly take you through. This I have tried to introduce these two slides just yesterday. So that is the reason, I just skipped the thought process. So if you look at the older education framework, till 10th, every child was exposed to maths, sciences, which include physics, chemistry, and biology, social sciences, which included history, civics, geography, and or in 10th level, few or chapters or small area of economics, languages, which could be English, Hindi, Sanskrit, or any other regional language, and fifth category of subjects, which are your, art, craft, sports, computers, etc. The new education framework, as per the NEP 2020, maths has been combined with something which we call as computing, because in the older framework, computing or computers or computer applications or computer sciences was not part of the regular course curriculum. But now majority of the boards have introduced that as part of the regular course curriculum. So mathematics and computing form category 1. Sciences remain as it is, category 2. Social sciences remain as it is, category 3. Humanities or languages remain as it is, which is category 4. The practical skill-based subjects have further been divided in 3 broad categories. One is the applied arts, which could be music, dance, theater, sculpture, painting. Second is sports, which could be gymming, yoga, outdoor, indoor sports. And third could be vocational education or vocational subjects like practical application on electronics, home science, farming, carpentry, and so on. Also, specifically CBSE has introduced another set which I call as category 8, known as interdisciplinary subjects. I'll give you an example why this has happened. A lot of children, when used to come for counseling to me in grade, let's say 11, I used to ask them, why have you taken humanities, or why have you taken sciences? Why have you not taken commerce? One common response which used to come to me is, sir, I don't like commerce. So my question or counter question used to be that you have not been exposed to the subjects of commerce till grade 10. Before tasting something, how can you come to the conclusion that whether you like it or not? To eradicate this kind of confusion at grade 11 level, most of the boards are introducing interdisciplinary subject exposure right from grade 9 onwards. So every child will be compulsorily required to study one interdisciplinary subject every 6 months. So those interdisciplinary subjects could be commerce, sustainability and climate change, health, media and journalism, Indian knowledge, and so on. The total list of interdisciplinary subjects which are getting introduced are 27 in number. So from here, I move to the next. So, quickly wrapping it up, what you need to understand is you need to figure out of this entire league, what single or multitude category of subjects you feel more comfortable with. That will define what is your aptitude. Having understood the aptitude, we move to the second step, which is identifying your personality. What do you mean by the word personality? We all hear this word very commonly. This person's personality is very good. This person's personality is not that good. What do you mean by the word personality? Well, the external manifestation of your inner self is what is personality. Or in simple words, if I have to answer that what kind of a person you are will give me definition of your personality. How do you figure out what is your personality? Very simple exercise you need to do. There are 4 set of people who at your age you are interacting with on regular basis. One set are your parents. Second set are your teachers. Third set is your peer group, your friend circle. And fourth set are your relatives. They could be your cousins, uncles, aunts, and so on. Go to all these 4 set of people and ask a very simple question. Go to your parents and ask, what do you think kind of a son, daughter I am? Go to your friends and ask, what do you think kind of a friend I am? Go to your peer group or go to your relatives and ask, what do you think kind of a nephew, niece, cousin I am? And go to your teachers and ask, what kind of a student you think I am? And whatever adjectives they talk or give about you, note down those things on a piece of paper. And whatever comes common across all these 4 categories are your personality traits. List down those personality traits. They will make you clear with the third parameter or the third pillar of your career building. And lastly, we come to what you call as interest. What do you mean by the word interest? Very simply speaking, all of you know, something which while doing you lose the track of time is your interest. And it may not be just one thing, it may be a group of things. So try to sit and visualize an ideal day which you've spent in your routine and figure out what kind of activities, work is something which makes you feel wow, which while doing you lose the track of time. Those are your interest areas. List down those areas for yourself. So post grade 10, what should be the basis of subject selection? Ideal methodology is identify for your 4-quarter square. Apply that, and based on that, pick up your next subject combination. If you are not able to figure out all 4 things, then at least look for yourself what are your high aptitude zone areas, which each one of you definitely know. And based on that, take the next step. In next step, what do you generally do? You all know there are certain old subject combinations available in Indian education system. There could be something known as Science A group, also known as non-medical group, where you study subjects like physics, chemistry, and mathematics. Science B group, also known as the medical group, where you study subjects like physics, chemistry, and biology. I call them PCB. There are children who would love to study both maths and biology. They call PCMB or AB group. Then you can study commerce, which could be without mathematics, that is accounts, business studies, and economics, that is ABE. You could study commerce with maths. I call it ABEM. And last but not the least, you could study subjects of arts, humanities, and social sciences, which could be history, geography, political science, or psychology. I call them HGPP. There are other subjects also involved, but these are the broader subject combinations. As per the NEP, some of the newer subject combinations which are coming into picture or which are coming into application, the total number of subject combinations will be more than 72. But just to have a larger picture, there could be these kind of subject combinations which are available as per the new education policy. Something which is just combination of languages and interdisciplinary, which is a new stream. Something which is just combination of skill based, that was the 5th category which I shared with you, and interdisciplinary. Something which is combination of just maths, skill based, and interdisciplinary. Science, social science, and interdisciplinary. Science, languages, and interdisciplinary. So these are all some new subject areas which one could get into at grade 11 and 12 level. Since this application in few schools have already started, government is doing pilot testing with a lot of other schools. I do not know next year whether your school is testing any one of these newer subject combinations or not, but to give you an alignment with the older structure itself, I am straight away sharing with you the details of who is the person who is right fit for picking up a combination, something like non-medical, or we call it PCM or Science A group. What kind of orientation one should have? Strongly academic. Practical orientation, whether you have or not, people orientation, whether you have or not, does not matter much. Aptitude needs to be very high with mathematics and sciences, and within sciences, especially with physics and chemistry. Your personality should be one where you are able to spend long hours with books and or computers, and your interest should be in latest machinery, technology, gadgets happening in the technology world, and so on. If you resonate with all 4 parameters here and you wish to go and take PCM, you're at the right place. Go ahead. If one is missing, work on it. 2 of them are missing, be very conscious about it. 3 of them are missing or all 4 are missing, still somebody is forcing you or motivating you to get into PCM, it's a big question mark and a red flag. Check for yourself. Next is PCB. Who is the right candidate? Somebody who is a beautiful mixture of academic and practical application. At 10th grade level, you need to be very good with all 3 sciences, including physics, chemistry, and biology. Your personality should be able to spend long hours with books and or computers, and your interest needs to be with a lot of memorization, interest with anatomy, human anatomy, reading, retaining, writing, and so on. Again, if you resonate with all four, you're at the right place. Go and take PCB. One is missing, work on it. Two is missing, be extremely conscious about it. Three or more are missing, give yourself an alternate option. Don't just fall for what people are saying or what futuristic, I would say, sun you are visualizing for yourself. You may land up at a wrong place. Coming to next, that is commerce. Now, a lot of children, when they come to me for counseling, I ask them, why did you take commerce? And many times the answer which I get is, sir, we never wanted to take science because it was too tough. And humanities was below dignity. That is the reason we've taken commerce. Well, I think this absolutely thought is wrong. If you carefully see, people who wish to take commerce, their actual orientation needs to be strongly academic. Practical people, if it's there or not, does not matter much. Your aptitude needs to be high with basic numerics, mathematics, and in 11th, 12th, accountancy as a subject. Your personality should be such that you're having an ability to spend a good number of hours working with data and numbers. And your interest needs to be in finance, financial transactions, investment banking, trading, economic components, and so on and so forth. If you resonate with all four of them, you're at the right place. Go ahead and take commerce or ABCE, that is the accounts, business studies, commerce, and economics. And last but not the least, out of the four streams which you talk about is HGPP. If you're a beautiful mixture of academic, practical, and people orientation, you are high at social sciences and languages. Your personality is a personality which is very observant, both related to humans, human behavior, society, social behavior, social issues, and so on. And you have interest in versatile reading, writing, and your memorizing power is very good. Then you are a right candidate for humanities, or what we call as arts and social sciences. Go ahead and take it. Now, here also, when a lot of people are offered or suggested humanities, one common myth which comes to me is, sir, humanities does not have options after 12th. To break this myth is what next slides will help you with. Anybody who has taken sciences, they are open to get into these 14 verticals within sciences and mathematics. They could be agricultural sciences, architecture, computer applications, defense forces, economics, fisheries sciences, engineering technology, medicine, surgery, paramedical sciences, planning, pure sciences, rehabilitation sciences, and veterinary sciences. Anybody who's taken commercial studies, financial studies, business studies, that is primarily commerce, can get into these 14 areas. That is business management, commerce and finance, computer applications, defense forces, design, fine arts, economics, hotel management, law, liberal studies, mass communication, planning, sports, physical education, travel, tourism, vocational studies. And anybody who's taken humanities has these 16 higher education verticals which are open. That could be arts, business management, computer applications, defense forces, design, fine arts, economics, hotel management, humanities, law, liberal studies, mass communication, performing arts, social sciences, sports, physical education, and vocational studies. Now, there are 12 verticals which are open to each one of you, whatever combination of subjects you've taken. So let us assume you've taken science in 11th, 12th. During your class 11 or 12, you come to this thought process that this is something which I'm not enjoying, or this is not my cup of tea. Don't worry. You have options to switch streams or switch verticals post grade 12. Same way, you've taken commerce and you feel that is not something which you are really enjoying or your cup of tea, or you've taken humanities, you don't want to get into pure areas of humanities. These are 12 verticals which are open to each one of you. Anybody can switch into any of these verticals after grade 12. be it science, commerce, or humanities. Those verticals are business management, computer applications, defense forces, design, fine arts, economics, hotel management, law, liberal studies, mass communication, performing arts, sports, physical education, and vocational studies. Now, I'm not sure. I'll ask the coordinators if we have time, because I don't have any problem with the time. Post this, what I can do is I can take you through each one of these verticals which I just shared with you across science, commerce, arts, and give you a little more in-depth understanding of what kind of specializations, degree options are available within these verticals. Or if you want me to close the session here and get on to question answer round, I'll be happy to do that. So can I have some responses? What do you want? Do you want to dive in a little more deep, or you want to get on to question answers? Can I have some responses? I've got just one response to get deeper into it. Can I have some more responses? You want to dive in more deep? Okay. Another response I've got. Can I have some more responses? So I'm aware we are on the same page. I'm waiting for the responses. I'm not getting any more responses. Okay, more details. 2 more responses. Great, fine. I think most of you are looking for more details. So now, since all of you are from grade 10, I will go a little fast because the amount of data which I'm looking forward to throw is a little large. So I would request each one of you to gear up, pull your seat belts on, have a copy pencil with you, because in next maybe not more than 20 minutes, I don't want to bore you off because there is a lot of data in this. Whatever stream field you feel to copy down, please feel free, copy down. Just for the benefit of each one of you, I'll be very happy to even share this PPT. I'll share it with the Poly sir. He can further share it with all the kids if you want. That also I will do. This video definitely is getting recorded. This video also I will share with you. But to keep it fresh in your mind, keep pen and a paper ready. I am approximately going to take you through 40 more slides, but I will not take more than 20 minutes in brushing through entire thing. Post that, whatever question comes to your mind, please note down that question. And once the session is over from my talk, I'll be more than happy to invite your questions and queries and respond to those questions and queries, because that confusion eradication is more important than just throwing data. Data is to just synchronize your thought process till where we have come, from the start of the session till now, right? So I will straight away get on to first vertical. I have tried to cover all these verticals in a alphabetical format. So I come to agricultural sciences. So primarily there are 2 sets of degrees in agricultural sciences. One is a BSc degree. In BSc, you can specialize in agriculture, sericulture, horticulture, forestry, home science, community science, food nutrition and dietetics, natural farming, agribusiness management, aquaponics, hydroponics, pisciculture, and so on. In a BTech format of agricultural sciences, which actually will fall under 2 categories. One is agricultural sciences, second is engineering. They are agricultural engineering, dairy technology, food technology, and biotechnology. Next is architecture and planning. In architecture and planning, I have segregated 4 kinds of degrees. BArch, all of you know, which is a 5-year degree program. BID is Bachelor of Interior Design, which is a 4-year program. BF Tech, that is Bachelor of Fashion Technology, which is also a 4-year program. And B Plan, Bachelor of Planning, also a 4-year program. Why I have clubbed all four of them is the kind of aptitude and forward sight which is required to get into these degree programs is very similar. So if you're good with analytics and creativity is the kind of candidate who goes for these degree programs. I have clubbed them under architecture and planning. Next is engineering. All of you know you can go for a BE, BTech or a integrated BE, ME, BTech, MTech. Also, majority of the ITs now have BSMS, that is Bachelor of Science and Master of Science integrated or individual programs as well. There is another 6-year diploma plus degree program available after 10th. So if you want to get into this kind of a program, the eligibility is relatively easy. You need to be 70% plus in grade 10 and you should have studied basic mathematics and general sciences including physics, chemistry, mathematics, which most of the CBSE students anyways do. So you can get into straight away without any competitive exam, straight away into a 6-year engineering diploma plus degree program. If you want to look at specializations of engineering and technology, well, some of the mother branches of engineering include architecture, computer sciences, civil, chemical, electrical, electronics, and mechanical. These are 7 mother branches. Some new age branches which are upcoming, I have listed for you: automation and robotics, alternate energy, data science and machine learning, environmental engineering, geoinformatics engineering, mathematics and computing, or mechatronics. Overall, if you look at engineering, there are more than 107 branches available in engineering. If you want to just have a look at it for your kind comfort and information, you can just have a look on the screen. I have listed all these engineerings for you. There could be allied engineerings connected with one mainstream mother branch or one mainstream engineering branch. So you see loads of them are there. At the end of this session, what I'm going to do is I'm going to also share with you a QR code from where you can download all 23 books which have been published by CBSE, which have been written by me and my co-host, Mr. N. Satyanarayan. We have jointly written those books and you can download all those books free of cost. If you want to pay me, I don't have a problem. You can go to my website and buy it from there. They are all available on cost there. But I will share with you a QR code from where you can download it free of cost. And these branches of engineering, definitions of these branches is very specifically given in those books. So you can refer them for your future information. Next, I come to fishery sciences. There are 2 kinds of degrees in fishery sciences. One is a BSc in fisheries and second one is BFSc. BSc fisheries could be a 3-year program. BFSc is a 4-year program. Medicine and surgery. All of us know about MBBS, BDS, which is the allopathic medicine and dentistry. Beyond that, there are 5 other areas of medical sciences under the domain of what we call as Ayush. So you have Ayurvedic medicine, Unani medicine, Siddha medicine, naturopathic and yogic medicine, and homeopathic medicine. Coming to paramedical sciences, broadly speaking, we have heard about only these areas in paramedical sciences, that is nursing, optometry, pharmacy, medical lab technology, or doctor of pharmacy. I have written plus under medical lab technology because under BSc, beyond nursing and medical lab technology, there are loads of other beautiful paramedical programs. Though it could be anesthesia technology, cardiovascular technology, critical care, dialysis, exercise and sports, health information, medical imaging, medical laboratory, medical record, neuroscience, nuclear medicine, operation theater, ophthalmic, perfusion, radiotherapy, respiratory, trauma care, or X-ray technology. They are all paramedical courses which are 4-year BSc programs available in some of the top medical colleges in the country. Those could be AIMS or PGIs or JIPMEs or CMCs or Maulana Azads and so on and so forth. Next, we come to pure sciences. Traditionally, there were only 2 kinds of BSc programs available, BSc regular and BSc honors. Now, under the guideline of new education policy, BSc honors research program is also available, where 4th year of the BSc program is completely dedicated on research. And the best part is, if you have graduated from a BSc honors research program, you have eligibility of straight away joining a PhD, skipping your masters or 2 years of masters. So that is a beauty of a doing a bachelor's in research program. Also, there are separated degrees on Bachelor of Statistics, Bachelor of Mathematics, and integrated BSc MSc program. In pure sciences, again, there could be more than 30 different specializations. Few of them which are I would say interesting specializations or common specializations are something which I have listed for you on your screen. You can have a look at that. Next, we come to rehabilitation sciences. Now, rehabilitation sciences, you can get into prosthetics, orthotics, audiology, speech language pathology, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, rehabilitation, or a special education. These are also beautiful programs. In case you are more application oriented child, not very academic or theoretical oriented candidate, then after taking PCB, that is physics, chemistry, biology, you can get into rehabilitation sciences. And last but not the least, within sciences domain are the veterinary sciences, which is BVSC and AH, which is again 5.5-year program. Then we come to the commercial studies or humanities combination programs, which are open to either commerce or humanities or open to everybody. So these again, I will take you through alphabetically. So business management, we all know about BBA, BBA honors. There are options available in BMS, that is management studies, or BBS, business studies, integrated BBA plus MBA. There is another beautiful 4-year IMBA program now being offered by many universities under NEP. IMBA program is a single degree program. Integrated BBA plus MBA is a separate program where for first 3 years you get one separate degree of bachelor's. Next 2 years you get another separate degree of master's. Or few universities are who give you a BBA honors in first 4 years, and extending it by another year would give you another MBA. But IMBA is another 4-year separate program with a single degree. That is also something which is available in business management. In business management, there are more than 40 different specializations available at the undergraduate level. For your comfort, convenience, information, few of them I have listed for you on your screen. Now, at graduation level, you can get into a very specific specialization domain. Next, we come to commerce, BCom honors, we've all heard. There is another new age BCom known as BCom professional. Most of these professional programs are a industry required curriculum which is jointly developed in consultation or in collaboration with a university or an autonomous educational institution. Those kind of BComs are BCom professionals. Also, there could be BComs in alternate areas like sports, computer sciences, or a BBA finance or a BSc finance. Within BCom, also there are multitude of specializations available now. There are more than 43 specializations in commercial studies. I think I have missed, or there is a mistake here. It should be commercial studies or commerce, not business management. So within commerce domain, these are all different specializations, that is accounting, taxation, finance, banking, business finance, capital markets, and so on and so forth. Also, in the area of commerce and finance, there are a lot of certification programs. Few of them which you would have heard could be a CA, CS. Others one could be ICWA, CFA, CFP, CIA, NSC, BSc certifications, or actuarial sciences as certifications. Next is economics. Two kind of programs in economics. Could be a BA honors, could be a BSc honors. BSc honors is more mathematical or analytical in nature. BA honors is more of a theoretical economics. Next is arts, humanities, and social sciences. A lot of people who feel there are no specialization or no options in arts. Let me tell you, in engineering, there were 107 different branches. Within humanities, social sciences, and arts, there are more than 114 different branches. Few of them I've listed for you on your screen. You can specialize in applied psychology, archaeology, economics, education, family, child welfare, geography, history, industrial relations, personal management, journalism, mass media, Indian language, foreign language, museology, linguistics, philosophy, physical education, yoga, political science, psychology, public administration, social work, or sociology. Next, we come to computer sciences. Primarily, there are two kinds of degrees in computer sciences. It could be a BCA or it could be a BSc in IT or CS. There are BBA or BCom degrees also available in which one could specialize in a IT or a CS field, and integrated degrees are obviously there. In computer sciences, there are more than 60 different specializations available. Few of them I have listed for you on your screen. Next, we come to a domain of design. If you are more practical oriented child, beautifully creative, then you can get into area of fine arts, visual arts, applied arts, creative arts, interior design, or BDes, Bachelor of Design. Most of these programs are 4-year design programs. In design, there are more than again 60 plus specializations. Few of them, for your comfort and reference, I have listed for you on your screen. One can get into any one of these specializations. They could be specific material wise, industry wise, organization wise specialization also available in the area of design. Next, we come to hotel management. If you are good with not just eating, tasting, but also cooking, then hotel management could another be an excellent place for you. You can get into Bachelor of Hotel Management, BSc in Hospitality and Hotel Administration, Bachelor of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Bachelor of Travel and Tourism Management, or a BA program could be in Hotel Management, Culinary Arts, or a BBA in different kind of specializations. These are all degrees connected to hotel management. And in hotel management, these are the specializations you can get into. Could be production, service, housekeeping, room management, sales, marketing, and so on. Next, we come to law. After 12th, if you are good with understanding logic, you're good with your communication, then getting into law could be a great field for you. One can graduate after 12th with a degree, BA LLB, BB LLB, BCom LLB, BSW LLB, BSc LLB. In India, BTech LLB is an approved degree by Bar Council of India, but till now, there are not any major institutions who are offering this particular BTech LLB degree. Different specializations, more than 40 specializations available in this program of law. Few of them I have listed for you on your screen for your understanding and consumption. Coming to liberal education or liberal studies. Now, liberal studies is a newer concept in India. A lot of children these days are coming to me and saying, sir, we are still not very sure what do we want to do. So, should we take a drop or can we have an explorative year? This liberal studies kind of education gives you that freedom of exploration. Now, what is liberal studies? Liberal studies, as the name suggests, is liberal in nature. When you get into a college, there is no degree which is fixed. You are basically exposed to subjects from maths and sciences, subjects from commerce and management, subjects from arts, humanities, social sciences, subjects from performing arts, subjects from Indian and foreign languages. After exploring 30 plus subjects in first 2 years, you pick up a major and a minor in your third year. Based on your major, if it belongs to the category of humanities, social sciences, you get a degree which is BA honors. If it belongs to the category of management, you get a degree which is BBA honors. If it belongs to the category of commerce, you get a degree which is BCom honors. And if your major belongs to the category of sciences, you get a degree which is a BSc honors. So these all 4 degrees are available in the context of liberal studies. Coming to mass communication, if you want to get into areas like journalism, mass media, filmmaking, and so on, these are all different degree programs which are available in journalism. You can specialize in multiple domains. Few of them are there on your screen in which you can specialize. It could be, digital journalism, it could be visual journalism, it could be, textual journalism, it could be magazine journalism, it could be fashion journalism, and so on and so forth. Next is performing art. In performing art, basically there are 3 things. These are the specializations, fixed specialization in performing arts. One could specialize in, singing, could be classical, Western, or instrument playing, could be instrument string based or air based. Dancing, again, could be classical or Western, or dramatics and acting. Within this, the degrees which are available could be fine art, performing art, or a BA or a B music, B dance, B acting kind of a degree program. Coming to, sports and physical education, as you all see how India is progressing across sports. I'm sure many of you might have seen the Indian Women Cricket World Cup day before yesterday, and India lifted the World Cup. Physical education sports is also coming up as a big new thing. So if you are interested in any indoor or outdoor sport, opportunities are tremendous. You can actually graduate with a degree after 12th in a BA, BBA, BCom, BSc, or a BPES, which is a 4-year physical education and sports degree one can graduate with and get into multiple areas of sports and physical education execution. Finally, coming to one of the last verticals, that is vocational studies. In vocational studies, there are more than 90 different specializations. These could be regional in nature, state-wise in nature, industry required in nature, and two kinds of degrees which are available could be a BA honors in a specific vocation or a BVoc itself. And lastly, since defense forces was restricted to only boys, primarily from science stream till few years back, but now it's open to science, commerce, arts, anyone, and both to boys and girls. So one can get a degree which is a BA honors, BE honors, or a BSc honors. Any child after 12th can appear for an exam known as NDA, that is National Defense Academy, and get into Indian Army, Indian Navy, or Indian Air Force. Before I close, my last piece of advice to each one of you is, please do not blindly follow friends, because I hope if you've heard me carefully, your orientation matches your best friend's orientation is not necessary. Your aptitude matching you with your best friend's aptitude, not necessary. Your personality is different. Your interests are different. Please don't blindly follow friends. And also don't follow trends. A lot of children would come and say, my dad's friend's son is doing data analytics in the US. Can I get into data analytics because he's earning a lot? I ask the child, how good you're performing with mathematics at grade 10 level. So you pop up and say, I got 35 marks. Means somewhere something is wrong. Don't blindly follow friends or trends. Now this is a QR code. I'm sure since most of you are sitting in school, you may not be in a position to copy this QR code. So you can go to Instagram. My ID is IQ Mohit. You can copy down this ID, IQUEMOHIT. Log in to follow me on Instagram. In my bio, there is a link of free book. Click on that link. You will actually be directed to this QR code where all 23 career handbooks. So I've given you 22 verticals and one parent's handbook, which again has been acknowledged by the Honorable Prime Minister of India. Those all 23 handbooks are available to be downloaded free of cost, right? If you wish to connect with my office or wish to speak to me, you can connect with my office at 7600 or go to my website, that is mohitmangal.com. With this, I'll close the session from my end. I'll open the session for question answers. Please feel free, put across your questions to me. I'll be happy to answer. Okay, so if you want to put it on in the what you call chat box, you can do that. In case you want to speak out your question from there, moderators are there. They can allow children to unmute themselves, put up their questions. Both ways, I'm okay. I'll be happy to answer your queries and questions. Sir, can you help me with your questions? We can take this screen up.
Okay, so one query is, any good competitive exams apart from JEE and NEET that are worth taking note of?
Okay, let me tell you. I have given you 22 verticals. JEE is one exam belonging to one vertical of engineering. NEET is another exam belonging to another vertical of medical sciences. You'll be surprised to know there are more than 400 entrance exams spread across 22 verticals, which I have talked to you. There is a beautiful book on entrance exams post 12th available in the list of those 23 books, which I have given you a link to. Go download that book. First important thing is figure out what vertical you want to get into. Based on that vertical, you will be able to figure out multiple entrance exams. So within engineering itself, there are more than 30 different entrance exams. So which vertical you want to get into, based on that, try to figure out which are other competitive exams. Otherwise, I am sure most of you would know, Ministry of Education overall wishes to replace majority of the post-12th entrance exams with one single common entrance test, and that entrance test is Common University Entrance Test, CUET, which is conducted by NTA, National Testing Agency, which is the same body which conducts JEE or NEET. That is a larger vision or a futuristic vision. As on day, CUET is also available, and along with that, there are multitude of other entrance exams which are available, which you can appear for. So there is no specific one entrance exam beyond JEE and NEET. If you will ask me at national level, hotel management has separate entrance exam known as IHM JEE. Law has another entrance exam for itself. CUET is another common entrance exam. So depending on vertical or which field you want to get into, you should choose what you want to take.
Okay, we have a question: how to get into forensics?
Okay, so in forensics, if you carefully see, there are multiple areas. If you are talking about pure forensic sciences, then you could get into forensic sciences through A group or B group. And those forensic sciences could orient you towards things related to physics, things related to chemistry, things related to biology. There are other areas of forensics also. For example, there is something which is known as forensic accounting, which is related actually to accounts. There is something which is known as, forensic detection, which is actually connected with defense studies. So which area of forensics you want to get into is something which you have to figure out. In India, there is something known as NFSU, National Forensic Sciences University, which is the central government initiative, and now it has got multiple campuses across the country. Go and look at it. It falls primarily under pure sciences, but you will be able to see its, I would say, little bit of blip in other areas, as I told you, whether it is accounting or whether it is, other areas of forensics, that is defense sciences and, so on.
What is better for studying business techniques, a BBA or a BBS?
Actually, there is no difference. It is only the name of the degree, nomenclature of the degree. So for children who wish to get into a BBA program, they have three kinds of nomenclatures available. It could be BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration, BMS, Bachelor of Management Studies, or BBS, Bachelor of Business Studies. They are all different names given to the same degree program. So it does not matter whether you do a BBS or a BBA.
If we change our stream halfway through, then won't it give us a disadvantage amongst other students?
Not really. I would say if you have been able to figure out a yes for yourself and or a no for yourself, both are equally important. This is what I want to do. If I'm not clear with that, at least if I get clear with this is what I don't want to do, both are important or equally important. So it is not going to give much of a disadvantage. Better rather thing is that within first 3 months, 6 months, if you are able to identify whether it is working for you or not, it is going to save you time. And rest, once you get into area of your interest, I'm sure each one of us will be able to pull, because once I'm interested in something, I'm definitely in a position to be self-motivated to get deeper into that area. That always is a human nature.
Could you please brief us about civil services exams?
So any graduate can appear for civil services exam. Primary subjects which you need to be good or comfortable with, or rather I would say you need to have knowledge about, are 5 subjects connected with civil services. You need to be reasonably comfortable with history, geography, economics, political science, and sociology. These are the 5 areas you need to be good with. So you can start reading books of grade 11 and 12 in these areas, along with whatever stream you take. Then go for your graduation. After any graduation, be it MBBS, BE, BTech, BSc, BBA, BCom, BA, BFA, any child can appear for the civil services exam, which is conducted by the Union Public Service Commission at the central level, and there are other civil services exam at the state level. So every state has a different civil services unit. Gujarat has GPSC, Gujarat Public Service Commission. Uttar Pradesh has UPSSC, Uttar Pradesh Civil Services Examination. So you can appear for state civil services exams or central civil services exam and get into civil services.
In which category does astronomy come?
Primarily, it is going to be under science. So you need to take physics, chemistry, mathematics, and then combination of primarily physics and mathematics is what cosmology, astronomy, astrophysics is going to be part of.
How to pursue higher education in a defense career, like joining the Navy, Army? Please explain what to take next after standard 10th.
So if you want to keep all 3 forces open and all 3 units within the forces, so every force will have technical domain, administrative domain, logistics domain. So if you want to keep all your options open, then the right path should be taking up physics, chemistry, mathematics combination in grade 11 and 12. Then you are open to join Indian Army, Indian Navy, Indian Air Force, and in any of the domains. Having said so, looking at these defense areas, you should not be choosing the subjects of grade 11, 12. As I explained, you should first look at your foundation available. Based on that, you build a building on top of it. You don't look at the top floor and then suddenly start building, right? So, primary that, otherwise anybody taking up science, commerce, arts can get into defense forces.
We have a lot of questions.
Okay.
If I like to go for RRB, do we have any option?
RRB is Railway Recruitment Board, where any graduate can apply and get into different job opportunities in railways.
What are the most common mistakes that students make while selecting a career path?
Most common mistake is not identifying your 4 quarters and just jumping on somebody's suggestion.
How to get into psychology after 12th?
Primarily, any child from science, commerce, arts can get into psychology, but a good way would be to study psychology in 11th, 12th, be it with B group or humanities, and then get into a BA or a BSc psychology program.
What is the scope for pursuing higher studies, especially in social sciences and humanities in India, as compared to foreign countries? And what would be the career path for the same?
Well, opportunities are available everywhere, but also you need to understand maximum opportunities will always be available in a place where the population is maximum, and India is one of them. So it actually does not matter whether you do your education in India or in a foreign country, but opportunities definitely for next coming 40 to 60 years are going to be highest in India, because the pace at which India is getting onto the developmental mode is much higher than any other country in the world as on date.
How to get into politics as a career option?
There are multiple areas, whether you want to start with political research, political sciences, public administration, any of these areas you can pursue and get into politics.
As a student preparing for JEE in India, what are more exams we can prepare for alongside our preparation in the same field? For example, for organizations like ISRO.
So there are, as I told you, download the book of entrance exams. Beyond JEE, you can have state level entrance exams for engineering, like Jharkhand had its own exam, Uttarakhand has its own exam, Maharashtra has its own exam, West Bengal has its own exam, Punjab has its own exam. Plus, there are private university level exams like BITS has its own exam, SRM, VIT, Manipal, Narsi Ponji, Symbiosis. So look at the detailed list of entrance exams for both engineering and pure sciences in the book which I have told you. Download it, you will get a lot of information.
How to get into defense in engineering?
Primarily do your bachelor's and master's and then join either DRDO or ISRO. Both ways you can get into defense after engineering. Also through NDA, you can get a BE and join the engineering area or the technical area within defense forces.
What is stockbroker and what are the career options in trading field?
Somebody who is a person broking different kinds of equity or on equity market different kinds of commodities is a stockbroker. You can do a certification from National Stock Exchange or Bombay Stock Exchange and start with your journey into stockbroking.
Will the shorter degree of IMBA or diploma with BTech have the same value as a longer one?
Yes,
What is the meaning of aptitude?
I have explained you.
Ways to enter into Navy.
Ways to enter into
Navy.
two ways. One through NDA after 12th. Otherwise, after graduation, you can give an exam known as INAT, which is a specific entrance exam for getting into different positions within the domain of Navy. There are also other different verticals. You can get into Navy through law also. You can get into Navy through medicals also. You can get into Navy through flying also. So there are multiple areas through NCC also. There is a video on YouTube on my channel, IQ Mohit channel name is same. You can go watch that video.
What career options should a person interested in both mathematics as well as biology consider?
Biotechnology is one of a great career which is a combination of both.
Does mass communication only include national or international TV news channel host?
No, not necessarily. Today, if you look at digital journalism, that is the next big thing catching up. So if you are good with your analysis and representation of ideas, then you can become an individual digital journalist as well. You don't need to go for national or international news channel.
Scope of astrophysics in India and how to get entry in ISRO?
As I said, ISRO at different times start give out advertisement for recruitment of scientists. That is the way you get into ISRO. And astrophysics is definitely something which ISRO or DRDO kind of organizations are looking at. So you do BSc, MSc, and then get into any of these organizations.
Difference between architecture and engineering?
So architecture is a combination of creativity and fundamental mathematics, physics. Engineering is primarily only mathematics and physics, less of creativity. Architecture is a 5-year degree program. Engineering generally is a 4-year engineering program.
How to get into DRDO? I think that's answered. More information about CFA.
Okay, so you do one thing. Any such sort of specific information you want, go to Instagram, punch me a message that give me more information about CFA. My office will send you a white paper of CFA, which will contain all information about CFA.
Which course can be foreseen to have higher value after 10 years?
Well, you go and look at a PricewaterhouseCoopers report, which says 86% of the jobs of 2030 are still not born. That is just 5 years from now. Nobody can predict what course will be of maximum demand 10 years from now. So you always should look at what is your strength as on day. Based on that strength, take the next step, then the next step, then the next step. That is the way you will be enhancing your own personal skill. And 10 years down the line, with your that given skill, whatever opportunity best you are going to get, you will be in a position to apply that within that opportunity with best of your ability. Otherwise, there is no prediction which one can do of what is going to be great at 10 years from now.
If you are a combination of all orientations in balance, what career can we choose?
I told you, if you're a beautiful mix of practical people and academic orientation, close your eyes and take up humanities.
How to pursue higher education in defense? I think this is done. Are there any other exams for law other than CLAT?
Yes, National Law School Delhi has its own exam, ILET. Then Symbiosis has its own exam, Christ University has its own exam, UPS has its own exam, Narsimhanji has its own exam.
Is there any job which cannot replace AI or which AI cannot replace in the future? I guess.
As I said, AI cannot replace human. AI is a human assistant. Lot of children are getting paranoid with AI. Don't feel so. Whichever domain, I have given you 22 verticals. None of the verticals is going to close down because of AI. AI is going to fasten the process and pace within that domain and will act as a very strong assistant to you. So don't fear from AI. Build your fundamental skill on ground within the domain of your choice and interest. AI will not hamper you.
What if you're interested in multiple streams and cannot decide?
Connect with my office, book a career counseling session. I will analyze your orientation, aptitude, personality, and interest. Based on that, I'll be able to guide you what plan of action you should take up in future.
In arts, do they have video game designing?
Arts student can do video game designing, but video game designing would primarily either fall under design vertical or computer application vertical, not a humanities social sciences vertical.
Can we opt for any arts course after doing 12th with PCM?
Answer is yes, loads of them.
Ways to get into ISRO done. How to enter for UPSC? I think
I've already answered.
What stream should I take up if I want to take up forensics in future?
I've answered.
Information about cyber security.
Falls under the category of computer applications. Go and download the book on computer sciences and applications. You will get complete detail about cyber security.
How to pursue CFM or CFA? Just a second. I'm not able to read it. How to pursue CSC plus MBA finance?
CSC and MBA finance, they are two standalone things. MBA finance, while doing MBA finance, you can continue preparing for your civil services examination. And then along with MBA itself, you will get an opportunity to appear for first prelims, then mains, then interview. You can do them together.
Hold on. Is CSC civil services or computer science engineering? I'm not sure which one.
Not sure. I am taking it as civil services examination. I don't know what the child mentions.
How to join the best institution for AI as career options in India?
So if you look at most of the engineering degrees as well as BSc Information Technology or BCA Information Technology Computer Sciences, they all have specializations in AI, machine learning, cloud computing, data learning, and so on and so forth. Look at a very good institution close by where you can learn AI.
Overview on architecture as a career along with future prospects.
Go and download the book of architecture. All future prospects and career options are available in that.
What do we have to do after 10th for music composition?
So you can do humanities in 11th, 12th, take music as one of the subjects, and then after that, go for B music or Bachelor of Fine Arts in music.
Which are some of the good studios if I choose to get into animation?
Well, animation can be learned privately through a lot of online coaching or physical coaching centers available in whichever city you are, or there are also Bachelor of Design in Animation available as a full-fledged 4-year degree. See what you want to do.
After completing Doctorate of Pharmacy, is there any scope for women to join the Indian Armed Forces?
Answer is yes. Through pharmacy also you can get into defense forces, both in a specialized area required for that domain as well as a graduate into the defense forces.
How to go for civil services after science?
Appear for civil services exam. Any child after graduation can appear for civil services exam.
How to get into marine engineering?
The way you get into any other engineering, look for colleges who offer marine engineering as a specialized branch.
What are the career opportunities for people who are jack of all trades but master of none?
Connect with me. Unless and until I have your assessment of orientation, aptitude, personality, interest, I can't answer this question.
Could you tell us more about the ACCA?
It's a degree. It's a certification. Under the domain of commercial studies. Go and download the commerce book, and in that you will get the complete details of ACCA.
If we don't get selected in NEET, then which career options can be chosen?
You can get into pure sciences, fishery sciences, veterinary sciences, paramedical sciences, rehabilitation sciences.
Should we learn coding when AI is there?
You need to give right prompt to the AI, and then whatever output it gives needs to be checked. So you need to know coding, whether you are doing it yourself or you are checking of what AI has produced.
What are other futuristic career streams other than robotics and AI in engineering?
You have automation, cryptography, blockchain. Go and download the computer applications book. You will get a lot of options.
How to get into data analytics?
Computer applications book download.
How to prepare for JEE after 10th?
Physics, chemistry, and mathematics is what you need to prepare. Both theoretical understanding of concepts as well as the multiple choice questions. That is what you need to prepare.
Any exams to join defense after 10th?
After 10th, primarily no. You can join as in the lower cadre of a soldier after 10th, but then too the areas are very limited. Minimum 12th is what is required. You can be a musician, you can be a butler. That is the kind of domains in which you can get into defense forces after 10th. Otherwise, all other general areas require 12th.
Courses to be done for VFX in movies.
You can do BDes, Bachelor of Design, or a BSc in VFX.
Any career options which are better to avoid, which might be automated by AI in future?
There is nothing which is going to be completely taken over by AI.
If I'm people oriented but not good in social studies, would civil services be a good option as a career?
People orientation has no restriction of getting into civil services. To get into civil services, your academic orientation needs to be high. Along with it, whether people is high or low does not matter. Practical is high or low does not matter. Your academic orientation has to be very high. Your reading or bent has to be very high. That is the kind of person who does best in civil services.
I think this one has been answered. What can we do if you're interested in multiple streams but can't decide on one?
You need to take a third party intervention. If your school has a counselor, go to the counselor, check for yourself. Otherwise, connect with my office. I'll be happy to help you.
How is career counseling as a profession?
Career counseling, there are more than 2 lakh career counselors required in next 10 years in India, because parents, for all of you children, your parents are almost my age. Since they are not part and parcel of the shifting or the changing domain of education, it becomes difficult for them to guide their children. So career counseling is a great profession for in the coming years.
How to get into automotive industry? Is that automobile or automation?
Automotive hoga.
Automotive.
Automotive industry. So automotive is, if you want to get into areas like sales and marketing of automobiles, then management is what you need to do. If you want to get into more of production, design, engineering, then you do automobile engineering.
Can we have a brief info about DRDO?
I think you go on Google and check DRDO. They have written a complete essay about themselves on their front page.
Hotel management.
It's a great profession. If you are people oriented, practical oriented, low on academic oriented, hotel management could be a great option.
Best degree if I want to start my own startup?
Does not matter. Your startup could be in the area of any of these 22 domains. So degree has no connection with startup. The way any of these 22 domains which I have explained you has no connection with business. Startup could be in any area. It could be in the area of design, engineering, medicine, law, consultation, finance, any area.
What will I learn in fine arts?
Fine arts is what you're going to learn in fine arts. Drawing, painting, sketching, doodling, crafting, all these things are part of fine arts.
How to build a startup from scratch?
Join a mentoring program of Satya sir. He will teach you how to start from scratch to build a startup.
Is BOOPT skill subject or core subject in...
Which one? BPT होगा.
BOOPT. I don't know what that is. In
Bachelor of
Physiotherapy. I don't know. Okay, I'm skipping that. Which exam is better to crack, JW or NEET?
Better to crack.
It's like asking whether idli is better or vada. Depends on you.
See, depends on you. Are you more inclined towards biology or you're more inclined about mathematics? Based on that, pick up your exam. Anyways, the top only 4% people get into medicine or get into top engineering colleges.
What is the scope of biomedical engineering in India? If not, then which country? And what type of personality traits are required?
I think it's a very individual question. You can connect with my office. I can, sit with you on a consultation and give you answers to such things.
What course should I take to become a scientist?
Which particular kind of subject or subject area you are interested in. Even after studying English literature, you can become a scientist.
How to become a chemistry teacher?
Study bachelor's, master's in chemistry and then get into teaching.
We have done the chemistry teacher.
Yeah.
In which category? Just a second. Aeronautics would be better. In which category aeronautics will be better? I don't get that. Can we become an author after taking mass communication?
Answer is yes.
Can become an author
After
anything.
any domain, you can become an author.
And both of us are authors for that matter.
Yes.
Engineers, MBAs,
So,
and authors.
I am also author. Satya sir is also author. So anybody can become an author.
Can a person do BE and join RAW?
Joining RAW has nothing to do with the degree. People from grade A services in India, be it defense services, be it civil services, can get into RAW by very specific, I would say, selection process. So degree has nothing to do with getting into RAW.
As of now, those are the questions that I've had on the chat.
So what if I want to go in social media management? You can do, both. Either you can do computer applications or you can do mass communication. Post that, you can get into social media management. So I am not having any more questions. If there are any more questions.
So
please feel free.
If somebody couldn't crack NEET, how to make an equivalent career?
So beautiful options are there in paramedical, rehabilitation, veterinary. They're all equivalent careers if you're not able to crack NEET.
Difference between CACS and how to become one?
Again, punch across a message to me on Instagram. I will send you 2 white papers, one for CA, one for CS. You can go through it and you will be able to figure out what is the difference and check for yourself what best fits you.
Can you get the PPT?
Yes, I will share the PPT with the police sir. He can send it to kids. The same PPT, I'll just send it to you.
How can I become an AI expert?
Do short-term certification or degree in AI, you will become an AI expert.
Is it possible to take a degree that is nothing related to my course in intermediate?
Answer is yes. All alternate career options. For example, you have done 11th, 12th in science, commerce or arts and you pick up a degree in music. You may not have studied music as a subject in your school. So it could be completely different than what you have studied in your intermediate.
How to become an astronaut?
You can get into becoming an astronaut by studying fundamental sciences also, as well as being skilled in things connected with aeronautics, avionics, and astronomy. Both ways you can become an astronaut.
Difference between architecture and planning?
Architecture is more of design. Planning is more of ground execution.
Hotel management after 10th?
Primarily, you can do a diploma or a certification program in various areas of hotel management after 10th. But for degree, you need to finish your grade 12 and then get into hotel management degree program.
Any stream of hotel man.
Yeah, they can get into any stream of hotel management.
How to become a CA?
After 12th, you can appear for foundation, then intermediate, then do your articleship and give final exams of CA. That is the way you become a CA.
Any sports related exam?
Yes, go download the book of sports management. In that also I have given list of exams which you can give to get into sports management courses, or you can download a separate book of different examinations from where go to the sports vertical. In that I have given list of exams. I think my questions are more or less through. If there is anything else which anybody wants to maybe look at, you can check before we close the session. Otherwise, I will ask the moderators to, take it forward.
Sir, I think now let us see if there is any further questions or concerns. I will definitely route to you so that you will be in a position to help us further.
No problem, sir. I am active. They can post me even on Instagram, because that is the thing which these kids are very familiar with today. So they can punch across their message to me on Instagram. I'll be happy to revert to them there also. Otherwise, you can write to me on an email. I'll be happy to answer.
So anyway, especially today, I want to thank you, because I was, when I contacted you first time, I was not sure whether you will agree to conduct an online session for Bhavan, Shikshan Bharti and Bharti Vidyavan schools. Because I have attended so many meetings with so many career counselors, but the way you used to present and guide a child to select what is better for that child, I felt you were unique. So that
Thank
is
you.
why I was searching for you. And
Okay.
definitely the time was too short, but definitely our students must have benefited out of interacting with you, and hope in future we'll be in a position to organize more sections with you. And thank you
Definitely.
all. Thank you on behalf of all the schools and all the students who attended this program, and especially from Bharati Vidya Bhavan and Bhavan Shikshan Bharti, who is looking after these schools. And thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot for sparing your time and taking this opportunity to interact with you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Good day to you.